this year, we expect there to be more official overseas royal visits. Now, we know that following the Queen's death, King Charles was keen to spend time in the United Kingdom to maintain and renew relationships at home. And even following his coronation, there were very few overseas visits. In fact, the King and Queen's overseas visits for 2023 were limited to Germany, France and Kenya. So far this year, Princess Anne has visited Sri Lanka and Prince Edward is currently in St Helena. Despite the King's recent health issues, Charles still is not in a rush to go abroad. Queen Camilla apparently is not too keen on long-distance travel, so that may dampen the enthusiasm for visiting far-flung places, that was a mouthful, or being away from England for too long. It's likely we will see other senior royals taking on overseas royal visits to lighten the load for the King and Queen. That said, there are plans to visit at least Samoa and Australia in 2024 for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. And now that the King and Queen are settled into their roles, we expect other visits will be announced as the year progresses. Of course, with greater emphasis on independence from colonial powers and discourse around historic imperial wrongs and the like, overseas royal visits tend to be tinged with a bit more political risk than perhaps they were previously. We saw this when William and Kate visited the Caribbean in 2022. A royal tour that was intended to strengthen ties instead became embroiled in backlash over slavery, reparations and calls for independence. Consequently, it raised eyebrows this week when Harry and Meghan, on a visit to Jamaica, were photographed with its Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, who, in 2022, during William and Kate's visit, told the visiting royals that Jamaica was moving on and intended to become a republic.
Jamaica is, as you would see, a country that is very proud of our history, very proud of what we have achieved, and we are moving on as an independent, developed, prosperous country.
Whether there is anything instructive in the meeting between Harry and the Jamaican PM is up for debate, although anyone aware of the background will find it at least a little bit curious. But against that backdrop of increasing cynicism towards colonialism, each royal visit will have its own political sensitivities and perception challenges. Which realms are visited, by who, when, they will all be factored in determining the schedule for upcoming visits. There will be some testing of the waters following the passing of a queen as popular as Queen Elizabeth. And while we can expect more visits in 2024, we can also expect caution, so as not to spark too much unwanted or unkind attention, because no doubt there will be a few more controversies.